now that we have everything formatted, it's now time to add content, starting with the title page. All right, so we have to the left an example to guide us with what needs to go on the title page and where. And to the right, we have the blank document that I'll be building the template for. Okay. So if you look at the left, you'll see that automatically it's centered. So we want to go ahead and center. But before you do that, do not use your space bar to center. Doing that is insane. Okay. Now, some of you might say, okay, I don't do that. I use the tab button. Boom, 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 boom. That is also ineffective. Okay. Here's what you do to center so it can be simple, clean, and easy. There's an alignment. So right now it's aligned to the left. Everything is going to be starting to the left. Click that, click center, and now it's done. All right. Now you will need to push the enter key so we can get it down to the that first line 3 or 4 times, depending on your preference. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So we have 4 times, and then we have where we would add the title. But since this is our template, I'm just going to put in a placeholder, type title here. I want you to notice that the title is in title case, meaning that every major word is going to be capitalized. The first word is going to be capitalized. The first word after a colon, if your title includes a colon, will be capitalized. Any word that has 4 letters or more typically is going to be capitalized. All right. So it's going to be those smaller words of, the, a, and that are not going to be capitalized unless they begin the title or come immediately after the colon. Okay. And we'll come back and bold that once we have everything. So now you push enter twice. 1, 2. Input your name. I'm going to put my name. Boom, boom, boom. Don't worry if you don't have any letters after your name. Stick with what you have. Stick to what you know. I'll push enter one more time. Now it says affiliation. So that's going to be the university. Okay, so North Carolina Central University. Make sure you spell everything correctly. Make sure you capitalize every word. It's a proper noun. Next, hit enter. So the course number and the course name. Okay, course number and course name. So just for the sake of it, I'm going to create a course. Maybe it's a psychology class. 1110. Maybe it's an introduction to psychology. Okay. So I just want you to see how it's supposed to look. Perhaps your instructor will be fine with you just including that first part. Just ask. Press enter. Next line is going to be the instructor's name. Dr. Price, Mr. Whoever, Ms. Whoever, Mrs. Whoever. However they want you to call them, they'll let you know. But you want to make sure also that you know how to correctly spell that person's name. That's going to be very important because you don't want to offend the person on the first page when that person is going to be grading you and reviewing the stuff that you have submitted to them. Okay? So the sign of respect and seeing the person. Enter one more time. This is where you put the due date. So let's imagine that the assignment is due on the 31st of July. So July 31st, 2023. But for the sake of this, yeah, I'll keep it that way. So I'll keep it month, spell the month out, put the number for the date, and then the year. Okay. So now that we have everything typed out, select your title, where your title is supposed to be, and you can either click the B for bold, or you can click, press with your fingers Control B on your keyboard. That's for PC. If you're using Mac, it's going to be Command B. All right. Last but not least, go back to the date. Put your cursor to the end of that line. Push Enter. Now we need to figure out how to get to the next page because we're ready to start to add the body of the paper. So one option is not a good, this option is not a good option. Pressing the Enter key until you get to the next page. Boom, 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 boom. That's a time-consuming option and a messy one. So instead, with your fingers, use on your keyboard, Control, Enter. Or if you're a Mac person, Command, Enter. That's inserting a page break. It's a nice, clean break, moving to the next page without having to take up all that time. It's much easier. Last thing you need to do now that you're on this second page is change the center alignment to left alignment, and you're ready to go.